Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of VGC Road to Worlds 2016 series. Now last week we had an extra amount of games because the Trick Room team I was using was quite straightforward and games were very fast. Either we won fast or we lost fast. And as some of you who are following might have seen, we made some changes in the middle of the week to the team, and we closed out the week with 5 wins and 1 loss in between Thursday and Friday's game. So those changes were pretty effective. I think I also played a bit more concentrated and focused, so that definitely helped. And now this week, to keep on having more variety to the channel, we're going to be using a Charizard Y team. Now, honestly, Charizard Y underperformed at Worlds. It did really well at US Nationals, but it didn't do so hot at Worlds. And I want to... It's always been one of my favorite Mega Evolutions, and back in VGC 2014, even though I didn't play competitively, it was the team I always based my teams around. So this team actually belongs to Blake Hopper, who got top 4 at US Nationals. We'll be using an exact copy of his team, so I'll just go through it briefly, and if you're interested, I invite you to read his report on Nugget Bridge, as you can see on your screen, which has a lot more details than I will cover about the team and the EV spreads and all of that. So the first Pokemon is of course Charizard, and right off the bat, Tailwind is a very interesting option. There's many instances where Charizard is expected to protect in order to get the sun up, or it's never expected for Charizard to set up. So Tailwind is a very nice option to this team, and it also helps a lot the rest of the team, as you will see in a little bit. And the other thing that really stands out is the move Flamethrower, because usually most Charizards use Heat Wave to hit both opponents really hard, but with Flamethrower you get a super strong attack. And for example, as you can see, the first damage calculation, it one-hit KOs Aegislash even in shield form, so that's the amount. That's a really strong fire move. And for example, you can also 2-hit KO some Crystalias which aren't using Citrus Berry, things like that, so it really hits very hard, and it doesn't even spend that many Vs on special attack. It's mostly bulk and speed in order to hit first and to survive random rock slides and things like that. Now the next Pokemon is our primary defense against Kangaskhan. It's an Assault Vest Conkeldurr, which has the ability Iron Fist. Now Iron Fist is a very good option because Conkeldurr, or rather in my experience, used to rarely be targeted by a status inducing move such as Will-O-Wisp or Thunder Wave because of the fear of cuts. In my testing of the team, that has no longer been the case. People just scald Conkeldurr or paralyze it without any fear. But I'm still going to be using Iron Fist because you don't need to have those status conditions to hit that extra damage to get KOs. And the other move that really stands out here is Rock Tomb over Knockoff. Now that was mostly because there was a lot of Charizard Y expected at Nationals and things like that, at US Nationals. But from my testing, I really do miss Knockoff in many instances. I'm still going to be using Rock Tomb, but I will consider changing it to Knockoff during the week if I feel it's not putting in work, which so far I don't think it has in the games I've played, but we'll leave it as the original team. And the other thing that stands out is actually speedy Vs on Conkeldurr, which you rarely see. And these allow to outspeed max speed Adamant Mega Kangaskhan under Tailwind. So that's pretty huge when Kangaskhan feels safe even under our Tailwind to return our double-edged Conkeldurr for a KO. Then it'll be really surprised when we outspeed. And it has a lot of bulk on both the physical side and the special side with the Assault Vest. So Conkeldurr really takes a lot of hits, and it doesn't fear pretty much anything other than Mega Salamence or perhaps Sylveon, but that's why we have the other team members. Now the next Pokemon is a Life Orb Sylveon, very similar in regards to the one we were using last week, but this one is also running a lot of speed, and this is to outspeed Mega Salamence under Tailwind. It's also using Hidden Power Ground, but it is using Helping Hand. Now, I haven't found many instances where Helping Hand has been useful, but it's a nice utility move for... It's nice to have the option, even though I haven't found a place to use it yet. Having it there as an option is nice, and I'm sure we will find some use for it eventually in our games. And the other options in that slot would be Shadow Ball or Psyshock perhaps, or maybe a Hyper Beam even, or a Moonblast, but for now we're going to keep Helping Hand and see if we can find good spots to use it. What I have found is I would love to have Helping Hand to power up Sylveon rather than have Sylveon use Helping Hand to power up something else. But that's how it's going to be at the beginning. Now this Thundurus is timid and has a lot of speed invested. This is to outspeed other Thundurus and taunt them before they can taunt you. Although I think lately nobody's using Taunt Thundurus anymore. Everyone's using Thunder Wave, Swagger, Protect, Thunderbolt. But having that fast taunt will be very nice to prevent Swagger, because Swagger, as you might have seen in our previous videos, can be very annoying. And the rest is pretty standard. It survives a lot of attacks with the citrus, thanks to the Citrus Berry and the bulk, and it has Thunderbolt and Hidden Power Ice as attacking moves, along with Thunder Wave for even more speed control for the team. Since we are using fast Sylveon and fast Conkeldurr and fast Charizard, that Thunder Wave has come in handy a lot of the time. It has hurt us once when I needed Aegislash not to be faster than a Heatran, so that I wouldn't go into attacking form before, but it's useful 99% of the time, so that's pretty great. Now, Aegislash with a weakness policy, pretty standard moveset. White Guard helps cover Charizard from Rock Slide or Conkeldurr from Hyper Voices. King Shields, standard obviously. A lot of special defense investment to survive Charizard's attacks, which Charizard isn't very popular right now in the ladder. And with a weakness policy, if you can bait out super effective attacks against you, you can probably one-hit KO a lot of stuff with Shadow Ball or Flash Cannon. And finally, Landorus-T, the usual Choice Scarf user, but this guy is running a lot more bulk in order to survive B-Sharp Sucker Punches and take hits a lot better. Now, it's also running U-turn in order to try and get some initiative that way. But since we don't have many ice resists, I haven't found a really good use for U-turn. But that's what worked. It got top 4 at US National, so it's clearly good. And that'll be all. So I'll see you in a second when we find our first battle. I hope you watched the team preview part of the video, and let's get right to it, shall we? So we are up against the very standard looking team, very threatening team for sure. Now Conkeldurr will probably be a very big player here, and so will Aegislash. Now Aegislash is only truly like 100% threatened by Entei. And Entei is a very big threat to everything actually. So we really need to get rid of Entei fast. Now I'm very inclined to lead Landorus here, because we can U-turn out of a possible Will-O-Wisp. We can intimidate Kangaskhan, Landorus, and Entei. Now who to partner though? I kind of want to go Conkeldurr, but I also kind of want to go Aegislash. But I think I will go Thundurus because... Yikes. This is an instance where probably not Sylveon, but every other team member is looking very, very nice here. Very nice. Do I go Charizard? No, I don't go Charizard. Setting up Tailwind would be incredible here though. See, I kind of want every Pokemon in this match. I have to predict really well what he will bring. I think he will bring Cresselia or Sylveon, but not both. I think actually Cress is more probable. So going to lead Aegislash as well with Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr, as long as it doesn't get burned, hits everything except Sylveon and Cresselia really hard. And I definitely want Charizard here. So this is the second time I'm recording this. Last time around my my thing ran out of battery, so this in theory should be day 2, but it's day 1. Okay, so we have Sparky and Mina. Okay, Thundurus and Cresselia. I'm definitely going to U-turn out because I expect an ice attack on Landorus, and I kind of want to just go Shadow Ball against the Cresselia to damage it. I'm gonna double target the Cress here, and I'm going to bring in Conkeldurr. Okay, he Thunder Waves, Aegislash. I get a U-turn off. Cresselia has Rocky Helmets, but he's definitely not going to use Psychic. Okay, he uses Icy Wind. So we don't get fully paralyzed, thankfully, and now Cresselia is very, very low. Extremely low. Now, is it in Mach Punch range though? I don't think it is. And Conkeldurr will definitely be very slow here. Now, is this switch to Landorus very obvious? The King Shield is extremely obvious. So he might double up on the Conkeldurr slot. Perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. I think pulling off a double switch is very viable here. Very viable. Don't want my Charizard paralyzed though. Going to bring in Landorus for Conkeldurr. And I'm going to... I kind of want to target Thundurus. I'm going to take that risk, because if it double targets Conkeldurr, it's going to be in a very good position here. Okay, so he withdraws. That's fine. I used Shadow Ball, and now I realize I should have used... Oh, he Moonlights. Okay. We get a special defense drop on Luna. Now, does Sylveon want to Hyper Voice? I think it does. Or what do I do here? I'm in a very difficult spot here. So we did bring both, and Thundurus. I would guess the last one... Well, the last one is going to be a physical attacker, so I'm going to U-turn once more. And I am going to King Shield this time around. Sylveon protects, I King Shield. Cress is either going to Moonlight again, or Icy Wind. Now here I'm going to bring Charizard in because I expect an Icy Wind. Okay, so he Moonlights. That's fine. I want to set up Tailwind here. That's special defense drop. A Flamethrower onto the Sylveon slot will do a lot of damage to anything actually. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Flamethrower Sylveon because I'm guaranteed to damage something there, and if Thundurus comes in, it might be KO'd. No, I don't think it will be, but I'm going to target Cresselia once again, which isn't very threatening. Okay, so Sylveon stays, he goes down, Cresselia goes for a Calm Mind. Okay, so Shadow Ball still does over 40%, well, a little under 40% I must say. Now, having no knockoff is very unfortunate. I still don't know what my opponent's fourth Pokemon is. Now, having the Sunlight up is definitely not good because he can Moonlight for a lot of recovery, and that special attack increase is very, very scary because his last move is probably going to be Psychic. Now what does Thundurus do here? I kind of want to double target Cresselia here. Will a Flamethrower do 47%? No, it will, but perhaps a combination of both will take down the Cresselia. He swaggers, he misses, which is great. Cresselia Moonlights again. So that Cress is being very, very greedy here. Going to Flamethrower then, and bring in Landorus. I now expect him to attack the Aegislash slots. Okay, no, he goes for a Thunder Wave. That Flamethrower did a lot of damage, and there's the Moonlight again. So an Icy Wind will really hurt us right now. I'm going to protect Charizard, and I'm going to U-turn out against the Thundurus because I don't want to get any more damage on my Landorus. Going to bring Aegislash here. Now the paralyzes will be an issue though. They definitely will be. Now here, yeah, it's that Cresselia. I have no good way to take down this Cresselia. Not without weakness policy activated. Going to bring in Landorus, and I'm going to Wildcard here to bring it in safely. And after this, I'm just gonna go Rock Slide spam. He swaggers Aegislash, which is actually very unfortunate. He Psychics that slots. Okay. So I want to get rid of Thundurus. And I'm going to bring Charizard in because I don't want Aegislash to hit itself. There's a Rock Slide. We have a flinch possibility on Cresselia, which would be amazing. He goes for another Calm Mind. Yeah, I'm going to need either a crit or a crit. Now, I'm going to bring Aegislash in, and I'm going to Tailwind. So Conkeldurr can be faster than both of these Pokemon. Kangaskhan has Protect, that is fine. Goes for an Icy Wind, doesn't do pretty much any damage. Oh, but Charizard got paralyzed. Okay, so I really hope he targets Aegislash. I really do. And I'm going to Flamethrower Kang. Oh, he goes for a Power Up Punch. Wow. So 2 setup Pokemon. I have no good way to deal with Cress. Charizard is paralyzed, so is Aegislash. 25% chance, 12.5% chance, no, even less than that for that to happen twice. Wow. So now that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Going to try to set up a Tailwind. Nope. Not gonna let me do that. He goes for another Calm Mind. Now here, Kangaskhan is going to protect. I'm going to Shadow Ball. Or no, Kangaskhan can't just go for a Sucker Punch on Landorus. No, he doesn't. There's no way we win this. There is absolutely no way we win this game. Gonna double up on Kangaskhan, perhaps. He's going to return it. Maybe a combination of Mach Punch plus Flash Cannon will take the KO. I honestly don't know. But Cresselia is going to... Okay, he goes for the double protect actually. Conkeldurr goes down. Flash Cannon... Flash Cannon just doesn't do enough. He can safely protect here. There's no point in me using King Shield. Yeah, Sucker Punch obviously takes us out. Gonna go Flash Cannon. Yeah, we trade KOs if... no. Wow, I'm fully... Okay, not a chance in this game. Not a chance. That Cress, we had no good way to take down Cress. And we got fully paralyzed so many times and wow. Okay, moving on. Now, we are up against a mirror match. Thundurus is very annoying, but if we lead Charizard Thundurus, we could taunt to prevent Swagger, Thunder Wave, things like that, and set up our own Tailwind, which would be pretty nice in this battle. Now, Sylveon will also be very nice here. Does a lot of damage to everything except Charizard. But Conkeldurr is also very good here actually. Extremely good. And I want Conkeldurr in the back because the only thing I don't hit hard with Conkeldurr is Clefairy. Everything else takes a lot of damage from Conkeldurr. And I kind of want to lead Conkeldurr. No, I'm gonna stick with Charizard, Thundurus leads. I'm gonna have Conkeldurr in the back. And I kind of want Sylveon. But I think Landorus is better because Conkeldurr deals with everything, pretty much everything. Okay, so he leads Hydreigon, Clefairy. That's very interesting. He will follow me this turn for sure. Who does he target though? I think he targets Charizard here, so I'm going to bring Conkeldurr in right away and I'm going to taunt the Clefairy. That way Clefairy won't be able to follow me, to use follow me, and anything that comes into the Hydreigon slot will be very threatened by Conkeldurr. Goes for a helping hand, actually. There's the Dark Pulse, which takes down our Thundurus. Now this opens up the possibility to set up Tailwind. And what's the most likely candidate to come in? Landorus, most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna Drain Punch that slot. Because either I hit for super effective on Hydreigon, I could hit super effective or neutral no, yeah, super effective on Cobalion. Maybe Rock Tomb is a better play actually. Or Ice Punch. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to Ice Punch that slot. And I'm going to set up the Tailwind. He goes for Charizard. I was so close to using Rock Tomb. We get the Tailwind up. Moonblast does barely anything. And now, here we can Rock Tomb, Mega Evolve, and Flamethrower the Clefairy. Rock Tomb will take the KO on Charizard, provided we don't miss. And it will do a lot of damage to anything else that comes into that slot. He might not expect the move because it's not very common. He'll probably expect... Okay, so there we go. He doesn't expect it. There's the Rock Tomb. Oh, what? Wow. And he gets a critical hit wave. He really just did that. You're kidding me. You are kidding me. So Rock Slide it is then. Rock Slide takes the KO on both. I Flamethrower Clefairy because Charizard is the most likely candidate to use Protect. So in case we miss Clefairy, which we don't. Now there's Cobalion. Probably going to Protect. He quad resists. So we are going to rely on flinches here. Cobalion is going to Protect. And Cobalion has a Rock move for my Charizard. Yikes. Probably should have used Superpower on the Charizard, which I knew was going to Protect. So I could log myself into Superpower and have super effective moves on both Cobalion and Hydreigon. Going to Flamethrower Cobalion anyways. Okay, so no Protect from Cobalion. That's interesting. We do take the KO here. The critical hit probably did not matter because the sun is up. It was super effective. And okay, we are still okay. Going to Rock Slide and set up the Tailwind or Protect. Who does he target? Yeah, I'm gonna Protect because Charizard is a bit more threatening, I believe. Single target Rock Slide misses. He does target Charizard. Okay, not bad. Gonna Tailwind here. Or no, I should just go for damage. I think a Dark Pulse will KO at this range. No, wow, that's... Oh, but I flinch, of course. Here's the Rock Slide once again. Now, do I Protect? Is the Protect too obvious? Yeah, I'm still gonna Protect. He's not faster, so even if he targets Landorus, unless he gets a crit, he won't get a KO. Maybe the Protect is too obvious that he thinks I won't Protect. Yeah, and therefore I do Protect. So he forfeits. That's fine. Now, that was very, very interesting. The mirror match, I don't know why Rock Tomb did not one-hit KO that Charizard. That Charizard had to be the bulkiest Charizard ever. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. One win, one loss. A bit frustrating, I know. But we had no answer to that Cresselia. No answer at all. If we had knockoff, perhaps we would have had a better chance. If we had a way to activate weakness policy. But I think our best bet should have been to focus on every other Pokemon besides Cress and then go all out against Cress. But live and learn, right? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Help me get 10 likes on each at least 10 likes on each video this week. This will really tell me you guys are enjoying the content and encourage me to do more. 3DS battles are coming very soon, I promise. If everything works out, perhaps even this week. Most likely next week for sure. And I actually have a Premier Challenge next Sunday, so all of this will be very good to get us in top shape in order to top cut our first event of the year in order to get that invite. So that's it. Thank you guys. Bye bye.